Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can invest in index funds. So if you have an interest about learning, stay tuned. We're about to dig in right now. Okay, sis, first things first, what are index funds? So index funds are mutual funds or exchange traded funds, otherwise known as ETFs, that mirror the projections of other companies. So when you're thinking about an index fund, think about taking your top 5 companies and putting them together in the house and they're all hanging out, opposed to individually investing into stocks and hoping that they're all performing well, right? The reason why index funds are so attractive to new investors is because it doesn't require you to study them the same way you would need to study individual stocks. With individual stocks, you're going to need to start pulling up the quarterly earnings report, start understanding their projections, really getting a feel for how the company is thinking forwardly and where your exit strategy is with that particular stock. Whereas with index funds, you can group in your favorite stocks and say, you know what? I really like Amazon. I really like Microsoft. I really like Walmart. I really like the metaverse, but I don't want to put all of my money in one particular stock. So let's say, for example, something happens to Amazon and the stock tanks. Well, if your money was invested into the individual shares, then that investment would be heavily impacted. Whereas if something happened with Amazon in an index fund, those other shares would be holding that portfolio up. Now, why I feel like index funds are a great form of investment, number one, is because you're building wealth over time. I know that in today's society, we want wealth to just come to us at a blink of an eye. We have that, oh man, what? Cryptocurrency, the foreign exchange market, oh my gosh, I can just hop in these options trades and just get these thousands of dollars within the blink of an eye, essentially, right? And I think because social media makes it so attractive that a lot of people jump into those investments, not understanding that if you're going to be investing into high risk investments, you also need to take the time to study those markets. And I don't think people want to invest the amount of time that it takes to study these markets for those large gains in short period of time. And then the other thing is that, people look at, okay, well, I just want to put my money into a bot or a machine and they generate the money for me. While that may be helpful, if you don't understand the market, I really suggest you don't hop into those investments, right? So index funds are a great way for people who are busy or new investors who want to get into building wealth, but just are really unclear how to do it the long game way, right? And one rule of thumb that I would always suggest is that patience definitely pays. Okay, so how do you start an index portfolio? So glad you asked. The very first thing you want to do is pick a brokerage firm, right? So you can do TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch, Fidelity, any of those companies, and there's plenty more as well, right? After you pick the company, then you want to determine what's the actual index fund you'd like to invest in. Here are some low-cost index funds that you can get into today. So we've got the Vanguard 500 Index, Schwab S&P 500 Index, Fidelity 500 Index, Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index, T. Rowe Price Equity Index 500 Fund. And actually, out of all the ones that I listed, only 2 of them have minimum balances, and that's going to be your Vanguard 500 Index Fund of a minimum of $3,000 and your T. Rowe Price Equity Index 500 Fund with a minimum of $2,500. Now, Schwab S&P 500 Index Fund, Fidelity 500 Index Fund, and Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index all have no minimums for you to get started. So if you have a budget, you've determined what you can invest every single month over time, this is how you can get started today. So go happy hunting on starting your index fund portfolio. I cannot wait to see the wealth that you all start to build over time. And remember, index funds grow on average anywhere from 7 to 10% annually. Literally nothing that the bank can do can compare to that, okay? So go out there, build your wealth. Remember, patience pays, okay? I know that there's all those shiny silver things out there, but if you're not ready to invest in the education that is needed to be able to be a profitable trader in the foreign exchange market, a profitable investor with cryptocurrency, or a profitable trader with options trading, definitely looking to go in the index fund route. Happy investing. I wish you all the best. Please let me know if this video helped you and let me know what you want to learn about below. Talk to you later. Bye.